This is Jesus Christ from the Bible, and in this tutorial I'm going to demonstrate or show you how to set up your environment, set up your system so that you can create PlayStation 1 EXEs that you can run on the actual PlayStation 1 home console system. Okay? So, first thing you need to do, you need to go to a website called for PSYQ. But first, let's go ahead and set up our developer's environment. And we're going to do that on our local C drive. Okay, so we're going to set up a folder and we're going to call it PS1 Dev. And in this folder, we're going to need a PSYQ folder. And we're going to need a folder for no libs. And we're going to need a MIPS folder. And I'm going to make a samples folder as well. Might need that. Now for MIPS, we're going to go ahead and get started on downloading that first. And this is the link for it right here. Okay, so it's called MIPSL Non-Elf. And in this situation, I'm going to download 10.3. It's going to take a while to download that. And we're going to download 2 versions of NoLibGS Hello Worlds. And so we're going to download this version. And we're going to download this version as well, because this version seems to have more samples than this version right here. Okay, this version is for Nugget, and this version right here is for more samples. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and download this one right here. And we're going to download this one right here. Alright, so what we need now, let's go ahead and get our no libs. See what's inside of it. That's what's inside of it. And we're going to drag and drop that right here. I'm going to highlight all of them. We're just going to drag it in there. Alright, so that's going to be in our no libs hello worlds, or NoLibGS hello worlds. And we're also going to get this one right here. We want to make sure that this one has a FX, a hello FX. It should. We'll just go ahead and drag and drop it in there anyway. I think it's this one that's supposed to have it. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Okay, so this one has an FX one, an FX sample that I like. So we're going to go ahead and drag and drop that one in there also. Okay, so now we got our little no libs hello world setup. And what else are we going to need? We're going to need, make sure that we have Nugget. So do we have Nugget? So we'll go in the no libs folder, go down to third party, and Nugget should be there. And it is there. So we have that set up. And we're going to go to static grumpycoder.net for our MIPS. And I think we already downloaded that. Yeah, we got it right here. So this is our MIPSL none elf. We're going to open that up, see what's inside. That's what's inside of it. We're going to drag all these files into our MIPS folder. And we're just also going to drag that there. Just make sure that we have it all. We're going to drag all of our no-lib hello worlds here also. Okay, and now we also need our SciQ. In this folder, it's just going to have an include in the lib. And we can get that file from here. Okay, so when we go to this website, we're going to click on PS Archive, PSX Archive. We can go down and click on SDK. And we're going to click on SciQ. And we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to download 4.77Z. It's taking a while. We'll just wait for it to finish. Okay, so now it's done. So we're going to drag it to our PSYQ folder, and we'll check to see what's inside. It's an include in the lib folder, and we're going to go and extract here. Break the operation, close. Delete the folders because it messed up, and we will extract with 7-zip. 7-zip seems to work better. I don't know why. Okay, so now we're going to take this folder, our PSYQ folder, we're going to copy it. We're going to put it in our nolibgs hello worlds folder. Okay, so now in this folder right here, these are all our samples. Okay, so we need to build these samples so that they could run on our PlayStation 1 emulator. Okay, and that's our emulator right there. Okay, in this tutorial, I will be using the EPSX emulator. There are other emulators out there. You could Google them and just find them. I'm not going to name those here, but if you just go to Google and do a Google search, you'll find other PlayStation 1 emulators that are available for download, if you could find them. In this tutorial, I'm using this one. Okay, so we're going to build these samples that we have in this folder right here. Okay, so this is how you build these samples into PS-exe files so that they could be ran on the PlayStation 1 console or in the PlayStation 1 emulator. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to find a sample. We'll go and maybe grab the hello cube. And in here, you're going to see a make file. Now, for this, we're going to need command prompt. You open up a command prompt. and you're going to need to CD your way or change directory into this folder right here in the command prompt. So you do that, you copy and paste this path right here. You're going to copy that, you're going to type CD, and you're going to paste the path. And you're going to press enter. So when you do this, you're going to get this text right here that lets you know that you're looking into this folder right here inside the command prompt. Okay, and when you do that, what you need to do is you need to type make. Okay, make is a command term for this file right here, make file. Okay, and when you do that, it's going to use this file to generate the code for these .c files. Okay, these are C. This is C syntax. Okay, it's not C++, it's C, which means these samples are programmed in C. Okay, and if you want to make games, you're going to need to learn C++, C#, or C. Okay, so when you type make right here, it's going to generate the files needed so that you could run those files on the PlayStation 1 emulator. Okay, in a situation like this, you got a DEP file, an ELF file, and you have the file that you're going to need, which is a ps-exe file. Okay, so we're going to copy this file and we're going to put it in our samples folder. And we're going to go back to our sample, our sample that we just built, hello cube, and we're going to type make clean, and it's going to clean the folder out. So it's not going to delete the files you need. It's not going to delete the C files, and it's not going to delete the make file. It's just going to delete the files or get rid of the files that were generated when you type make. Okay, so again, it's make. Oops. It's make to create the files, and make clean to get rid of them. Okay, so we don't need these files anymore. We don't need this folder anymore. What we need is our emulator now. Because we're going to close that out. We don't need downloads anymore, and we don't need this anymore because we download everything and we transfer the files. Okay, so now we need to run in our emulator. Okay, so we're going to open up our emulator, and we're going to go to File, Run ps-exe, and we're going to make sure it's looking in this path right here, which it is. Paste. It's looking in there. You go down to all files. Okay, that's the file that we just created, which is the ps-exe, and we're going to open it up, and this is what you get. So this file can supposedly, I don't have a PlayStation 1 in my house to be able to test these files, but this is pretty much a start. What you need to do so that you could get your projects, your own homebrew projects or your homemade games, to run on a PlayStation 1 gaming console system. And again, you need to learn C++ or C# or C to get these games to run on a PlayStation 1 console. I'm not sure if it takes C#. I do know that it does take C. Is quite might be possible to build your games in C++. I'm not sure, I don't know, but this is pretty much what you need to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and check, see if we can build another sample. We'll go back into our no-libs hello world, and another sample that I do like is a hello FX. Kind of got like a glass look to it, transparent. We'll go ahead and copy this file right here, and we're going to CD space, and we're going to paste the path. Okay, so now we're looking in this folder right here, and now that we're looking into this folder, we want to type make. It's going to create all the files that you need. You got ELF, ps-exe. Okay, so we're going to copy this file right here. And we're going to paste it into our samples. And we're going to go ahead and restart the emulator. Go to File, Run PSEXE, or, and we will look for the FX, Hello FX, and we will open it. And this is what you get. Okay, so that's pretty much how you go about setting up your environment or setting up your computer so that you can create homebrew games, homemade games for the PlayStation 1. And I don't really know what else to say about that. Okay, so if you have any questions, just head on over to AI. And thanks for watching.